Hey everyone, it's me again. I've been reading the. I love satire. I've been reading the Screwtape Letters recently. It's a book published in 1942 by C.S. Lewis. It was a series of letters published in a newspaper called The Guardian in England. In 1942 was during the Second World War. It was a really well, there's context with the history in it and all of that. But gosh darn it, the thing that I love about satire so much is that the author never comes out and says exactly what they mean to tell the audience. And the Screwtape Letters especially, that's been really interesting to me. I believe C.S. Lewis was Anglican. I'm Catholic. And reading about the Screwtape Letters, they're from the perspective of one demon to another. He calls them devils. And a more experienced tempter writing letters to his nephew who's less experienced, giving him advice. You never hear the response letters, only implications of what was contained in those letters or updates on what's going on. And it's just a whole book full of advice on how to lead people away from God. Which, why would you be interested in that? Well, it's satire. So it's a whole book of how to avoid being led away from God. And I read all the way through it, and then I'm going through a book study, or not a book, what's it called when you have it's not a book report, it's book club. Friends and I are doing a book club, but we're bad at book clubs, so we talk about the book for 2 minutes and then we talk about other things. And we're going over the first 3 chapters. Each chapter is a letter, and a letter is a newspaper column, so very, very short. And it's been really fantastic to talk about how people think and how that's different over the years. C.S. Lewis has some real zingers, saying that don't worry about tempting him according to reason. Don't argue with him. Distract him. If he's contemplating something good or beautiful or true, well, don't let him dwell on that too long. Suggest that this is a rather serious thing and not to be accomplished before lunch. Aren't you hungry? And he'll never come back to it. And that especially, don't we do that? Don't we start something important and then say, this is too important to finish right now. I'll do it later. This is worth my time and energy and attention, but I don't really have the focus for it right now. And do we come back to it? Folks, do we read books? Because, I'll be honest, this is the first book that I've read in a very long time. And I'm only reading it because it was on loan from a friend and I didn't really want to, have it for too long. Things that are good and worthwhile, why don't we do them? I mean, you could extrapolate what I've said so far and say, well, the devil made me not do it. No. In every moment, we're given the choice to do something or not to do something, and we make that decision, and we're influenced by other people, sure. But if I could be a voice of influence right now, read a book. Read a news article. Or better yet, write something. Because when you read, you take in what other people are thinking. And that's the whole point of pushing critical reading in schools. I'm sure you've all been in middle school and high school where they're deep reading. Really think about what the author wants to say. read between the lines, read inside the text. And that's all well and good. That has its place. But you know that it's much more difficult to put your words into writing. So many people can talk all day long. Some people can't, but so many can't write. Can't develop a thought that's unique and profound and put it to words on paper. And that's a skill worth developing. It's a skill to take what is your own and share it with someone else. So, if you like reading, or you like writing, or you think either of those activities are worthwhile, spend 10 minutes on it. You can do that before lunch.